Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is another 15 years in advance from when you would start playing your save, whether it be Pleasant View, Veronaville, whatever. This would be about 15 years later, and yeah, I would assume it would be 15 years. I don't know. It doesn't really seem like it should be 15 years, but if I'm basing it off of Bo Broke, who went from being a toddler to a teenager, it's got to be pretty close. So, anyways, this is the Cap household. This is Consort Cap, and originally Juliet and Hermia and Tybalt live here. This is the renovation of their house, of course. It looks amazing. I love what I've done with this. This is the Cap household kind of like architecture on the outside, of course. Did try to keep like the original, you know, like what the original house kind of looked like, but then just tweaked it a bit and stuff. Yeah. Anyways, so this is what it looks like. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Of course, there's a lot more landscaping, and I kind of wish that I had bushes that didn't need to be kept well, because it just makes sense. But this is what it all looks like, of course, and it is nighttime, so I know it's probably a little hard to see, but you get the gist of it. Anyways, so I want to talk about where they have all went in 15 years and kind of go from there. So obviously we have Consort Cap here, and Consort Cap has a little bit of a thing going. He is obviously very wealthy in his old age. He is a single man, and so he has kids, of course. He has his daughters, Cordelia Cap, who is Hermia and their mom. She passed away. I think it was a car accident. I thought I read, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. So her and her husband died, and Consort took over the three kids, because who else better to take care of them than their rich grandfather. His wife, Contessa, has also passed away, and he has Goneril Cap, and he has Reagan Cap, and Kent Cap. So all four of them are his kiddos, of course. These are the four that he starts with, and I would say he's an okay dad. Like, he's not the closest to them, of course, but he's a good man for taking in his grandkids, of course. So then obviously you've noticed he has a baby, and so the little bit of the gist of what happened here is Brandy Letourneau came over, and she's actually dating Antonio Monti. They live in the same house together, and they're pretty much a couple, of course. And she came over here, and ACR did its thing and had consort woohoo risky woohoo with Brandy, and she ended up pregnant with Francesca, I mean. And so Francesca is now born. Consort doesn't know of her per se, like he's never met her, but he knows that Brandy had his baby. He knows that she was pregnant, and it's like a whole big thing, because obviously, as you know, the Caps and the Monties, they're at like war pretty much. And obviously Brandy is not a Cap or a Monty, but she's with the Monties, so it just kind of looks like a stab at the Monties. Now, I don't know if anything is going to come of it, or if anything is going to end up like becoming something, of course, but it could be interesting to see where this goes, because of the fact that Brandy is technically in a relationship with Antonio Monti, and the fact that Consort Cap had a baby and slept with her while she's with the Monti kind of does look a little suspicious, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, so Consort has decided that Tybalt will be his heir. He will take over the fortunes and the home once Consort is no longer with us, which he is on day 90 as of right now. He is in platinum at the moment. He is the towering tycoon, but he does want to earn 100,000 simoleons, which he has not quite completed but that is okay. So these are his friendships. So he's very good with and well off with Tybalt. Of course, I think that relationship is probably one of the most important for him, for the fact that, he's going to be the heir to the throne pretty much. So he needs to kind of have a good head on his shoulders kind of thing. They do have a bunch of animals, and we'll get into that in a minute as well. Him and Juliet are good, but they have had a little bit of a falling out because Juliet actually found out that she was pregnant and expecting Romeo Monte's babies as a teenager, and Consort couldn't handle it because of the fact that it was a Monte and his granddaughter. So he kicked her out. She got pregnant and he kicked her out. He said, if you're going to be with the Monte, go live with the Montes, be with the Montes, and don't come back until you're ready to be a cap and be on the cap side. So she actually moved out and she's living on her own. She doesn't actually live with any of the Montes. And I will talk about her in another video, of course, if you guys continue to want to see more of this. So on top of that, Goneril is still here. He's okay with her as well, but not the greatest. He has a pretty okay relationship or friendship, I guess, with Brandy. He doesn't really know Hermia as much, and I just think that's because after Juliet moved out, Hermia kind of just got closed up in a nutshell. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because, her and Juliet were so close, or everyone moving out and being on their own kind of gave her anxiety. I'm not quite sure, but she kind of just stopped hanging out with the family and just kind of kept to herself in her bedroom. She kind of got into music a little bit and just kind of listened to music and, did her own things and hung out with her friends. And we didn't really see much of her other than dinner time. He has also made some other friends, of course, but those are the big important ones. So Tybalt's cap here is actually in a junior in university. He is going through university at home because, like I said, I try to keep my heirs at the house and then I let my spares and things go to university. So right now he is the heir of the throne. Probably always will be, because I don't think Consort is going to live to have another baby, of course. And so he is going to take over the home and take over the fortunes here. So he is kind of lucky in a sense because this house is magnificent. He can pretty much only ask for so much here, right? So he has been romantic with Violet Jacques. And so they are actually engaged. In this round that I'm playing now, which is round or rotation 4, he actually did a booty call to Violet. She came over, they woohooed on the couch right here. And right after they were done woohooing, he dropped down on one knee and proposed without me even telling him to. I was in shock myself, and she said yes. So they are actually engaged to be married. They will be wed, and she will move in here once they are both done with university, of course. Hopefully Consort can see them have a wedding. I'm not so sure that'll happen, but if not, we will invite the rest of the family to the wedding, of course, and Violet's family. Now, Violet comes from I would say a middle class family. So this is definitely a step up to have such lavish, expenses in your home. It'll be definitely a big change for her, but I think it could be really nice. And she's a very sweet girl. So, I mean, as long as Tybalt loves her and treats her well, who am I to say no, I'm very happy that they found each other. It's very cute. He is very good friends with both of his sisters, and he doesn't really know many of other people. He obviously hates the Montes. If you get down here, you'll see it. And he also really hates Puck Gossamer. He really does not like Miranda Cap, because Miranda Cap kind of has her own side of everything. There's a reason why, and like I said, we'll get into that later in another video, of course, if you guys want to see more. So the reason that they have so many animals is because they actually decided to get a cat, and they adopted this cat, Kimberly, from the adoption agency where Sid Rosen lives. And after they adopted this cat, I think it was Tybalt, he wanted to have a dog. Oh no, it was Juliet, excuse me. Juliet wanted to have a dog for when she aged up to a teenager or young adult. And wait, that wouldn't make sense. She must have just wanted it and we just got it for her. Okay, anyways, she wanted a dog. And so she went and she picked out a dog. She picked out a dog named Brandy from the adoption, the animal shelter, whatever, where Sid is. That was the first dog she approached, and it went really, really well. And yeah, so we brought home Brandy, and then literally maybe a couple hours in game after we brought Brandy home, she gave birth to a litter of pups, and these are the 3 pups that she gave birth to. Now, I let Juliet take Brandy with her when she moved out because that is her dog, and I'm not, who am I to tell her you can't have your dog? So she took that dog with her, of course, so it lives with her in her place, and that left them with the 3 puppies. And Consort, as the grandfather he is, did not make the kids get rid of the dogs, even knowing he didn't want the dogs, because dogs are a lot of like nuisance. But I think eventually he started to kind of like the animals being around, and so he's never gotten rid of them. I don't think that they're like something that he treasures, or that, you know, if like one day they had to get rid of them, that it would break his heart too much. But I think he would be genuinely a little bit sad just to see them go, because he's grown to love them over the years. But yeah, so they're full grown adults now, and they are staying with us possibly until the end. And that's pretty much that. So Kimberly has about 14 days until she becomes an elder. And then Abby and them all have 20 days until they become elders. So they won't be living forever, but you can definitely see they really, really, really like Tybalt's. And if you look at Consort, he really absolutely adores the dog named Abby. I don't know why, but he has really taken a liking to Abby, and vice versa. Like, Abby absolutely adores him as well. So I just think that's really, really cute. And yeah, they're literally best friends. It's the sweetest thing. And they're pet friends. And the other one is master. So she considers Consort to be her master. And I just think that is so cute. I just think it's so cute. I can't even fathom, you know, how that feels. So Albert, if you look at Albert, he is not as like connected to anyone per se. He's just kind of like with his siblings. And then Andy is kind of more connected to Tybalt's. So the only dog that I would probably get rid of, if I were to get rid of one, would be Albert, because he isn't as connected to anyone. But like I said, at this point in time, I'm not going ahead and doing any of that. So I did keep their graves here. I think some of their gravestones disappeared. Please let me know if that seems realistic. I feel like I put this here like this because at each of the flowers there was a gravestone. But I only have Anthony cap here, and I don't know where the rest of them went. So if anyone can tell me where gravestones go if they get deleted, like, can you get them back, or are they just gone forever? Like, what's the dealio there, you know? I'm kind of concerned that they're just disappeared, like, because I've been having some issues with my game crashing, and also with my game having pink flashing. Well, it hasn't happened in a while, but I was having some issues with it. Do you think it's because the tombstones are gone all of a sudden? I don't know. I'm not a huge expert in The Sims 2, but oh, Julius Caesar is right there. So there is one other one, I guess. It's just kind of hidden because of the flower. I'm not even sure why it's still a vase, you know? It should be like a tombstone. But I don't know. You guys let me know. If you guys have any clues, please let me know. So yeah, I built the little cemetery for all of the family members who were passed on, of course. And then this is just like the front area. They do have this indoor pool. And I know you're probably like, oh, you forgot the ladder, but I didn't. It's actually just you can't see it on the level because I think I have like my objects hidden or whatever. But it has this really cool hanging lantern, not lanterns, chandeliers over top of the pool, which I really adore, and then some like seating to relax in here as well. They're the only house that I've used this paneling doors on from what I remember, and I love it because it has like these little windows on the sides, so I can put like plants and stuff on it. So it's really cool. This is their new kitchen and like breakfast nook. They need to clean a little bit, but they have maids, of course. They have a bathroom, and this is the formal dining room. It has fish in here. This is their green room, the greenhouse. I'm gonna move the dog beds. These were put in here because when we got the dog and we had all the puppies, they can't go up and down the stairs all the time, so this was an easier way for them, and I could put them upstairs now. This is the fireplace, of course. It doesn't have anything in the actual fireplace, but I wanted it to look like there was an actual fireplace there, so I did that. And then they have like a small little like formal living room. This is Consort's room and his bathroom, of course, right here. And then they have like, the cat box and stuff, which is weird that it's by the front door now that I think about it. This is the grand piano space, and Tybalt spends a lot of his time there. This is like the upstairs living room area. There's like a little painting easel and a bathroom. There's an office area up here, and then this is Tybalt's room and his personal bathroom. And then these were the girls' rooms. So this one here was Hermia's, and this one here was Juliet's. They, like I said, have officially moved out. So those colors in those, or like the things in those rooms, have been taken away. I kept some of the things just because I wanted it to look like they left something behind. And I took everything else and gave it to them when they moved out. So they moved out with plenty of items to start their own place and to make things look really good for them. This renovation took absolutely forever because it was one of the biggest and hardest to really get to look good, in my opinion, from the outside, especially because it is so big. But yeah, this is what I want to kind of go through all of my Megahood and kind of show you guys around, of course. But this video took quite a while because this is quite a big story to tell. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. But if you guys enjoyed this, please let me know. If you would love to see more of these, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, give it a like, and it'll let me know that you guys are still interested in these videos. And also leave a comment down below of anything that I may have missed about the car accident, if I'm wrong about that. But I think I read that it was a car accident. I'm not quite sure. And let me know what you guys think about the renovation. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts, of course. And if you guys are enjoying this, please don't forget to check out my Twitch channel and my Discord channel, so you can go ahead and join those. And I will talk to you guys in my very next one. Thanks very much for watching.